Everyone, it's Ganesha Tarot, Namaste, and we are going to do Have I Met My Future Spouse and what they're going to be like. So it's going to be very brief, pick a card reading, and we're going to say yes, no. You have met your spouse, yes and no, and they're just brief personality, whatever thing that comes out. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pick a card. Yeah, pick a card, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be like. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one was not yours, sorry. So yes, I'm gonna do pick a card reading. Stay tuned. So those who have picked this pile, then let's see. Have you met your future spouse? Draw your energy. Have you met your future spouse? No, you've not yet met your future spouse. It's for them who's not married. So if you're not married, then you have not yet met your future spouse. That doesn't mean the person you are dealing with, if you have a girlfriend and boyfriend, and then doesn't mean that you break up with them just because of this. So if it doesn't resonate, pick up another pile. But yes, for those who are single and for those who are not sure that the person they are with now is not their future spouse, then yes, you have not met your future spouse right now, and they're going to be a very wise person. They're going to be older than you, few years older than you, 2 to 5 years older than you, or it could be that even if they're not older than you, they're very mature than you. White collar jobs, so doctors, engineers, nurses, any health professionals, teachers, professors, lecturer, including healers, so astrologers, or any kind of healing, this kind of things, or they have a very higher caste. I assume that this person is higher than your caste. So for those who don't believe in caste systems, even if you're not in Asia like me, then you will not get it. So it means that it could be different from your caste, religion, culture, could be someone from up different religions or different caste and something like that. Okay, so for those who have picked this 2 card, let's see. Magician. I'm gonna say whatever I see. Okay, it doesn't have to be same for every card. So draw your energy. Have you met your future spouse? No, pile number 2 is you haven't met your future spouse, or if you already are in a boyfriend or girlfriend situations, like pile number 1, you have not met your future spouse. So if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't mean that you break up with them, because if you are already viewing this tarot card having a boyfriend or girlfriend, that already means that you're not sure about your girlfriend or boyfriend. So having said that, no, you have not met your future spouse yet. You will meet them. For pile number 2, your future spouse is gonna be really fun loving, versatile. They are into singing, dancing, so they'll be good in career, plus they'll be good in extracurricular activity. So they're either they have a good job, but still they are into sports, or they're into gymming, or they're into singing, dancing, or YouTuber with a job, something like that. So it's a versatile and multi-talented person's very jolly to be around. Very air signs, like it could be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, more towards Libra and Gemini, because they're more jolly type than the fixed sign like Aquarius. So they are more fun loving, could be from fire sign like Aries and Leo too. So they are really fun to be with. They're talkative, they're spontaneous, they're jack of all, master of none. So that doesn't mean they're not master of anything, but still they are really always, and they're very positive. They always see the brighter side. So even if you're sad, they're gonna buckle you up. So yeah, fun to be with this type of person. It's lucky you, pile number 2. So for the pile 3, those who have chose this card, let's see. Oh, King of Cups. Let's see. Focus your energy. Pile number 3. Have you met your future spouse? This is maybe because it's swinging. It's between. There are chances that the one you're dealing with or the one in the past could be. So it's a very mix. It's like your future spouse. It's not that you haven't met them, or it's not that you have already met them. So it's either could be a past connection, either you're going to marry someone someone you don't know that you're going to marry, but you know them already, or they're from very very much past life connection, people that you know them previously and you have the connection. Or it could be some person in the past, so you have your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or someone from the past, or someone from the past who you friend zoned, or someone from the past who is your friend or who you know or something like that, or your friend's friend. Someone you know who's disguised as your future spouse can be your future spouse, or someone from the past life can be your future spouse. It's a past life connections. It's like you have met them in the other dimensions. You have not met them in this life. You might have met them in this life, or you might not have met them in this life, but you have already met them in, even if it's this life or other dimension, you have met them. To be precise, this person, there's a high chance that your future spouse is water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, and Pisces, Scorpio, and Virgo. Sorry, Virgo is an earth sign. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Sorry. So, and they are very emotional person. They are very empathy person. They like loving and caring and those type of person. They would go for heart rather than like other people. They just go for heart. They'll be very caring and nurturing, and they will be listening to you more than being a dominant partner. They are like submissive, or more than submissive, I would say understanding partner. They'll be very loyal to you. They'll be very understanding to you. They're very caring, and they would make sure they will fulfill all your wants and needs. You'll be a very happy person around them. In matter of emotions, emotionally this person is very fulfilling. They will give whatever they have to you rather than keep them for you, get themselves. Someone very lucky to they will be pride. They will have pride to be your partner. So yes, looks like even pile number 3 is going to be happy. But yes, you have met them in other dimension, if not in this dimension, but most of them has already met this life partner. So pile number 4, the Emperor. Let's see, have you met your future spouse? So pile 4, yes, you have met your future spouse. Strange. So until now we didn't see anyone who has met their future spouse, but yes, pile number 4 and 4, what a coincidence, you have met your future spouse. Now if you haven't met your future spouse, then that means also indirectly you have met your future spouse in the previous life. So if you are with your boyfriend or a girlfriend, there's high chance that you'll be with them. And the reason you're still looking at the YouTube videos and tarot reading and other, trying to get a counseling regarding whether I've seen or my future spouse met my future spouse, is because they can be very annoying at times and you just want to get away from them, but you still love them, kind of situations. I hope you get it. So yes, you have met your future spouse, the person you are with now is high chance that you are with your future spouse, or someone from the past, someone from the present, or in the future. If you haven't seen them, if you haven't met them, then sooner you're gonna meet them. It's an indication that soon you're gonna meet them. Within a few months, a few days, who knows, you're gonna meet them. Now, talking about your kind of for pile number 4, your future spouse is gonna be fire signs or an earth sign. So it could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or an Aries, Leo, and Sag. It could be rising or the sun sign or moon sign, anything, because they have this fiery and a stubborn character, and they have a very high ego. They have an attitude. They like wearing good dresses, branded dresses, branded clothes, branded phones. Very wise, but yeah, has to be a dominant person in a decision making. They always try to be them, put them into priority and decision rather than you. They want to be the speaker rather than the listeners. They will make sure that you listen and make sure that they are the head of the family, they're the head of the conversation, and they're a bit of ego of what they have in their life. Yeah, and this person is gonna be could be older than you, especially if it's for men. If can be older than you for, I mean, like in case of men, they can be older than you. For women, if it's for a man, and if it's a woman, you're seeking woman's like a female spouse, then still your wife's gonna be a very strict wife, if it's like that. Okay, doesn't mean you're gonna have a hard life, but they're just gonna the very strict spouse with strict rules and this and that. Yeah, like that. Apart from a job, could be an army, police, or a very strict job where you have to wake up at the same time and sleep in the same time. Very teachers, or teachings or something like that. Could be army, pilot, policeman, or something like that, a detective, or some high profile jobs. Yeah. So this is number 5. So those who have picked number 5, let's see. Okay, King of Swords. Have you met your future spouse? You haven't met your future spouse yet. There's still time to meet your future spouse. Like the other piles, I clearly said that you haven't met your future spouse. You might meet your future spouse, or you have met your future spouse, or you will meet your future spouse. But this pile is still time to see, because here I see you need to grow yourself. Here I don't see the timeline of when you're gonna meet your future spouse, but I definitely see at the right time when you grow up, because you need to heal first so that you meet this person. This person is healing himself or herself in his or her own timeline of their life. They're dealing with their own karmas, they're dealing with their own issues, and I feel you have to deal with your own karma and issues in your own life. So when you are done with your own karmic lessons and healing yourself to be a better person, and then with their own with your healing and with your own becoming a better person, I feel like they are also taking time for themselves, and one day you're gonna meet them. I don't see a timeline in this, but I just see a transformation of you becoming good. This your future spouse, you haven't met them. It's still time to meet them. Doesn't mean that the person you are with is not your future spouse. So if you already are in a relationship, or already have met a person who you think is capable enough to become your future spouse, there still is time to heal both of you. So that's why you have not, because if it's a if you end up being together before the gap, then there are chances that you might end up in divorce or separation. So to prevent that, there needs to be a gap between you two. So that is might be the reason. It's like there's still time to reunite with your future spouse. So yes, for the pile number 5, I feel your future spouse is gonna be very strict. They'll be emotional, but they're not gonna show that much of emotions. High chances of air sign or fixed cardinal signs. Aquarius, if it's an air sign. Virgo, if it's an earth sign. And it could be Saggy or Leo, or it could be in water sign. It could be either Scorpio. Yes, it could be Scorpio. And they are very strict personality, but more than strict, they're like dual personality. They're different at home and they're different in the outside. So you might be really confused, like, they're so jolly and everything and outside, and at home they're like different, completely different person. Or maybe at home they are like a completely strict person, but out, or maybe, I mean, like at home they'll be like very jolly person, but outside they're a really strict personality. Yeah, they have a very dual kind of personality. Plus I feel like they are very strict at showing emotions. They look tough, they act tough, but they are very emotional from inside. So these are the person who's gonna look very brave outside, and but inside they might even break down. In case to profession, it can be any professions, but mostly I feel like mm, you know mostly it could be entertainment field, an actress, an actor, or a model, or something like that, or a media or media speaking, or mass communications, or VJ, RJ, or anyone who has to deal with the public, in the public figure. Could be a public figure, that's why they have to act different in the public, and at home they are different. Could be that, or it could be even in a health related, where even if you're like jolly, you're drinking around, you cannot show them in front of patient or people. It's like that. And none of the professions can do it, but like their image is, they are very image conscious. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is for pile number 5, and now we have the last pile. If you've chosen this, oh, King of Pentacles. Have you met your future spouse? Have you met your future spouse? There's high chance that you have met your future spouse. And if you haven't met your future spouse, your soonest meet this future spouse. The only thing about this is there's high chance that your future spouse is gonna be elder than you. Could act like a sugar daddy to you, because he's gonna fulfill all your dreams in terms of money, but he might not give, or she might not give much time to you, because this person, your future spouse, is very career oriented, would take career more into emotions or taking care of home. So if it's a female, then yes, it can be a little bit problem for a male to be a dominant in choosing career more than the family. But if it's for a female choosing their spouse, their future husband is gonna be very late comer, overtime worker, always dealing with the money, such kind of things. So most of them who has chosen this pile, there might be dealing with a businessman, or people, any kind of business or entrepreneur. They don't do 9 to 5 jobs, so it's not a governmental job. It's kind of like people who would invest money to make it double and triple type of thing. There is risks in his job. There is so this person might be dealing with some health issues in the later life. Your future spouse might have health issue in the later life, or have some mental problems such as depressions, or some health related like hypertensions or diabetes, because this person doesn't have time to eat healthy, go exercise, take care of the home, take care of himself. He's always thinking about going and doubling his money, business oriented, dealing with going abroad, going here and there, and dealing the signing the papers, and meeting and attending the meeting and all. Emotionally, your future spouse might not be fulfilling at times, but doesn't mean that that your future spouse would not love you or like you. That Yes, but he's doing whatever he will be doing. He will be doing for the family rather than himself, and yeah, for that sake you want to be with this person. Yes, but he's emotionally vacant, rather nice. Yeah, he's too much into money making process than that of the emotions. But yes, that's gonna be his future spouse. So thank you. If you like my video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.